Hello, friends. I would like to share a little bit about beauty, our looks, our outward appearance. Just share a little bit about kind of what the Lord has shown me and helped me with, in hopes that, anybody that might be struggling with this or um, come across this place in their walk with the Lord, maybe it could just help them a little bit or something. But uh, I have always, and so many women do, struggled with my looks, um, especially as a woman. If you've ever been cheated on, this can be an overwhelming and consuming thing in your life, what you look like and everything. If you're insecure, um, if you can use your looks to try to get attention, you know, make you feel better about yourself. All these kind of things I have walked through and struggled with in my life. And so I just thought I'd try to quickly share just a few things about that. It's something that it it was kind of farther along in my walk with the Lord before He really started working with me on um, my outside appearance and how I was kind of wrapped up in that. Looks like a piece of glitter or something. Anyway, um, is it was kind of farther along before He really started checking me on these things. He just somehow he just started letting me know that I was dressing inappropriate. That was one thing. Dressing inappropriate as I was walking with them. So that's something I know you can't really judge others on, that say they have a relationship with the Lord, but they're dressing provocatively, maybe showing too much cleavage, stuff like that, because maybe the Lord hasn't shown them that yet. He hasn't shown them this is an issue of the heart and hasn't started to teach them and work with them. So you just don't ever know, because it was, like I said, quite a while before the Lord started showing me that there were some issues in my heart about this. But, for me, I experienced cheating in a relationship. So for me, maybe it started coming about that I didn't want to be the cause of another woman's heartache. I didn't want to go somewhere dressed in a way that another woman's husband or boyfriend or whatever, it would draw their eyes away from their woman onto me. Because men have wandering eyes. That has to be something that the Lord changes in them and shows them they have a problem with. But in the meantime, I don't want to be a source of temptation for another man, because I've been the woman on the other end, who my husband took his eyes off me and looked at all this other eye candy and all these other women who were dressing in ways that you just about had to look. I mean, I just about had to look. So I just, that's something that was important to me. Like I said, farther along in my walk, though, that the Lord started showing me, I don't want to cause another person to stumble in this way and sin. And I know what that woman over there has went through. The feelings of insecurity and worthlessness and sadness and hurt and pain that comes with either a cheating husband or one that cheats in his heart. He may not cheat physically, but the Lord said, if you look on a woman with lust in your heart, you've already committed adultery. I don't want to have no part of that, y'all. I don't. So even today, that is something that the Holy Spirit will bring up to me in my mind. If I'm dressing in a way, and it's hard. You go out and you buy stuff that's modern, it's in the style and everything. And, I've been guilty of wearing things that probably wasn't the right thing to do. So anyways, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to stay on point, but the Lord He will teach you and show you what you can and shouldn't wear. He'll do it gently. He'll do it kindly. And it's a learning process and it takes time. But it's really a matter of the heart. The Lord looks at the motivation of the heart. He looks at the motivation of why you wore what you wore. He does. And another thing is, as the Lord changed me, fixed me, healed me, corrected me, I didn't feel like I needed other men's attention towards me to make me feel like somebody. I already have the Lord's affection and love and attention. I don't need it even so much from my husband anymore. I don't especially need it from all these other men that's with somebody and looking my way, checking my body out and everything. Now, we do want to look good, our best as we can, And there's a fine line, but I'm telling you, the main thing of it is the motivation of your heart, of why you're wearing what you're doing, why you're acting the way you act, whatever it is, the Lord looks at the motivation. He knows. He knows. So that's just a little bit about dressing, but the Lord just showed me, that I just, for so long and most of my life, I used the way I looked as a means to get attention. It made me feel like I was somebody, like I was pretty. I needed that because so many times I didn't feel that way. And anyways, He just began to show me that. And I want to say you can't keep walking with the Lord and growing with Him and this thing not come up, because He's going to show it to you. And I just encourage anybody, if the thought's coming up, then that's very well probably the Lord letting you know, hey, tone it down. Let's dress a little more modest, there's a time and a place that you can dress very provocative and appealing when you're alone, with your husband or whatever. You don't want to tempt these other men out here. Or, because, see, that's the thing too. In my looks and outward appearance, the Lord has humbled me. Because over the past year, I had a vitamin D deficiency, so much going on with my body. My teeth just started chipping and breaking off. I need a partial on top. That has really humbled me because, I can't even smile my biggest smile and laugh out in public without half of my teeth missing, being shown to everybody. And it's, kind of embarrassing. But that's something that bothers me. And I need to get a partial and have where it's expensive, of course. But anyway, so it's humbled me. Yeah, it might look like a bad thing, your teeth's breaking off chipping, but it just humbled me. I'm trying to think of it. My face, growing up and as a teenager, my skin complexion was as smooth as a baby's butt. Just perfect. Didn't have bumps and zits and stuff like that. All through teenage years until my second pregnancy. And that second pregnancy, I was probably about 22. And that's, if you watch my Who is the Lord videos, you'll find out I lost that child. But anyway, I got pregnancy acne. And then having the next child and the next child, I had pregnancy acne. I left scars. I'm still very prone to breaking out, and I'm almost 40. So I don't have, that's something about me that people see right away. Now, the people that I know and are used to me, they probably look right past that and don't notice it. But anytime I was going for a new job interview or meeting new people, it was always on the forefront of my mind, my looks, my imperfect skin. And I was embarrassed about it, and it made me feel insecure. But as I was growing more and more of the Lord, this doesn't bother me near like it did, really at all. I mean, I never wear makeup. I don't, just because, I don't know, that's just who I am, you know. And I know that anybody that's, I meet, if they're the kind of person that's going to get to know you for your heart, that's not going to matter to them neither. So that's another thing. And I can look back and think, if I had have had flawless skin, a beautiful figure, there is no telling how much trouble that would have got me in, y'all. I mean, I might have been fornicating all over the place. Who knows? Because with beauty can come pride. With the outward beauty can come pride. We have to be very careful of that. I teach my daughter about that. So, anyways, that's just a little bit about looks. I hope I brought it to some kind of point. Maybe I brought up something that you can relate to. This is already at 12 minutes. I got to close it off. But, your relationship between you and the Lord has nothing to do with your outward appearance. He cares about the heart. And the way you dress, I love the way the Message Bible says this. I can't even remember what scripture it is. You can look it up. But he says, you know what? This body that we live in, it ain't nothing but like a clothes hanger that we hang clothes on. That's all it is. That's why I said, don't worry about what you're going to wear and all this new and pretty stuff and what all your hair and the fashion and the jewelry and all this kind of stuff. This is just a body that we hang clothes on, and this thing is passing away, it's wearing out. But on the inside, we're to be renewed day by day. On the inside, being more and more conformed to his image, becoming more Christ-like on the inside. That's what matters. And really and truly, that does shine forth onto the outside. So that's just a little bit about looks and beauty, insecurities. If you struggle with that, you can go to the Lord. He will help you. He'll help you with anything you need help with. Let him teach you and show you what he wants. What he expects to keep you safe from not causing anybody else to sin. And it's something continuously the Lord has to allow him to bring up to me, because I don't want to be that woman anymore. I've been that woman in the past. I didn't care. I wanted the attention. Didn't care if it was from a married man. That's sad to say, but it was. And I don't want it to be that anymore. So, it's just a little bit about looks and beauty and everything. You can look up scriptures on it, study on it if you're having a problem with it. I'm sorry this went so long. I hope it helps somebody in some way. But far more does it matter what's in your heart than it does what you look like. So, I hope I help somebody. I'll talk to y'all later.